It's hard to believe the way this game is being played, that it was such a close contest in the first half. Bakatsias.
Well, I think the evenness of the first half was primarily due to the error rate of the United States. Their first 5 minutes was very, very ordinary as they pumped up early shots, made passing errors, and were somewhat non-committed to the game. And it wasn't until late in the first half when the United States basically got their, what I would consider, and I think most people agree, their best starting 5 on. And that added a little bit of discipline to the game. And gradually from that point on, the United States have clearly asserted their superiority. These last 5 or 6 minutes, the Greece team has been content to basically trade. The intensity of their defence has dissipated dramatically, and they're just going through the motions now to get this game out of the way and think more about tomorrow.
Yes, it's rather pointed, Lindsay. We're talking about that best 5 which we've identified during the week, and the 5 we're talking about is Kevin Johnson at the point, with Miller and Dumas on the wings, and inside for Sean Kemp and Shaquille O'Neal. It's been quite pointed that when we haven't seen that 5 together, that they become mere mortals, that other teams have really been able to compete with them.
Yes, well, they started with that combination the first 2 games of the tournament, and at that time there was a lot of media talk and comment about the fact that many of the American players were complaining about their time and their status, and whether this was pre-planned or whether it was an adjustment that Coach Don Nelson had to make at that point. But from then on, there's been different starting units, different combinations and different rotations throughout the rest of the tournament. But it always seemed to be, whenever there was a need, any threat from the opposition at all, or if there was a time when the United States had to get some organisation and discipline into the game, it was that 5 that seemed to be called on to get that job done.
Well, as the Phoenix Suns dancers leave the floor, a couple of Phoenix Suns out on the floor, and Danny Marley and Kevin Johnson out there to play right now with Steve Smith, Larry Johnson and Dominique Wilkins. So Bakatsias at the line to shoot the 1 and trim the gap to 35. Not that that means anything at this stage of the game with 3 minutes and 40 seconds left. 17 points the United States need in that time if they're going to hit the 100 mark again. And Larry Johnson helps it on its way with another 2. They have plenty of time to score those. 15 points required in 3.5 minutes to maintain that part of their record, but I don't think that will be on their minds at the moment. They'll be thinking about the first half and the fact that they really let the Greeks compete with them, and what they might suffer if they meet Croatia or Russia in the final. We'll tell you all about that in a couple of hours' time, because Croatia and Russia are up next. It's a game that I've been looking forward to for quite some time, and I'm sure all the people that are coming along to this World Championship being played in Toronto have been sitting back and waiting for very patiently. At the moment they're watching something of an exhibition from Danny Marley shooting 3s.
Well, it's obviously the United States haven't set any scoring target in this game. They're coming back passively into a half-court defence. They're not worried about trying to flatter their own score. Just go through the motions and work on a higher percentage offence themselves in a half-court game.
At the moment they're playing against what is virtually a Greek second 5. The shot goes up and there was a foul. There's one of the first 5 on the bench in Fasoulis. Dominique Wilkins makes the foul, his second personal foul, but only 4 against his team. And Efthimis Rentsius, the young Greek centre, at the free throw line.
I think he's a player that's shown progress through the tournament. As the tournament has gone on, he's been given more and more responsibility, and I think he's responded to that very well. He's a good young player that's going to get better as he gets more international experience as well.
He's getting all the international experience he likes in this game. Smith dumps it off to Kevin Johnson, pulls it up off the glass, can't make it. Greece rebound through Patavoukas. They've got numbers down the floor. Bakatsias, and fire off the free throw line from that man that Lindsay Gaze was talking about, Efthimis Rentsius. 88 plays 52. Smith to Marley, who declined the three that time. Wilkins won't, and makes it. So they've shot better from outside the three-point line than they have from two-point country. Almost 48% from out there. They've shot 45% for the tournament from outside the three-point line. But this game they're only shooting around 40% from two-point area. Steve Smith takes it past Bakatsias and launch another attack. They've got 9 points to score. 9 points to score in a minute 20 if they're going to hit the 100. Inside to Johnson, who can't. They needed a basket that time down if they're going to reach the three figures. From the wing goes Kostas Patavoukas to score another 2 for Greece. The margin is 37 and under a minute to play. No quick shift to the ball and no quick shot here. Smith looking to back in his man. Marley for 3, and he still can't hit them. So Dan Marley has shot very poorly from out there. 2 of 7 at the other end. Pump fake, pump fake, pump fake. Finally he had to bring down a foul, and it's gone against Steve Smith. And it's a 2-shot situation for Greece. The man at the line will be Malonis. So they're not going to reach the 100. 36 seconds left in the game and 9 points required for the USA. Milonis adds to the Greek cause. And these minutes that they're getting out there for the bench will do a lot for this Greek second 5, because they might be called upon in some very important minutes in the bronze medal game. Just who their opponents will be has yet to be decided. Steve Smith for 3. So back comes Greece, wanting to make this the last play of the ball game. There's the clock on your screen, ticking down. Patavoukas, I think he wants to be the man to shoot it too, keeping the ball off the free throw line and scoring. There is time for the USA to score. There are 2 seconds left. I don't think they get it off quickly enough. Smith does, and makes a huge 3 to give us something to remember in this last game.
That'll do it, ladies and
Steve Smith with a very, very big 3. Hand clap from Reggie Miller. So the score at the end of it, 97-58. Have a look at the position that three-pointer went in from. Back near the half court. And Reggie might do it as easy as 1, 2, 3, but that time it was Stephen Smith finishing it off. Shaquille O'Neal can be pretty happy with his game. Yes, they're certainly into the gold medal game, as if there was ever any doubt about that. So there's the final score as we leave you once again. Momentarily, though, from the championship semi-final, we've got another one to come, and it's the big one. Croatia up against Russia, but US advances to the final. On the final scoreline here, the United States 97 and Greece 58, as we go back to Alan Gaskell in the studio.